When you're cooking for a client or at a retreat, what are the things that you do to set an intention for the food that you're going to be cooking or for the space you're going to be cooking in?
That starts way before I even get there. I sit in meditation, really calling in like who's going to be there. And I won't know the people, but I'll just know, like, I'll just start having a flood of like, oh, I need to have this or this will come through. And I'm writing out the menu. And that's the start of the creation and the intention process. And then once I am there, I typically will always clean the space, meaning setting the intention. I like Palo Santo.
You too.
And
Kitchen. Yes.
it's
Yeah.
it's kind of both ways. I really call in those that need to be there to help guide me, again, to be the vessel that I need to be for nourishment. But also, like, we go into it thinking one thing, but once we're in it and doing it, a lot of things can shift and a lot of things can move. And it's just trusting that process. Like, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, and let's say, for example, if you burnt the toast points for, your appetizer, and then you do something else and it's like the guests actually absolutely loved it that way rather than the toast, right? So it's little stuff like that that will continue to show up. And for me, it's just staying true to like being open to receiving and again showing up to be the vessel to serve and to nourish.
So we're going into the holiday season. So a lot of people that normally don't cook a lot are going to be in the kitchen cooking. And there's a lot of stress when it comes to timing and getting things out on time. And there's a lot of stress for people when they're cooking recipes that they aren't familiar with. And then this day and age, they're pulling recipes from places and the recipe might not even work from the get-go. They might have just chosen one that's just not optimized. Do you have any tips that people can take with them into the kitchen so they can stay calm and balanced during the process of cooking, not get overwhelmed with getting it done right and within a certain amount of time?
Well, I think there's a couple of things that come to mind for me is always setting yourself up for success. So if you are trying a new recipe, I suggest trying that if you find it a month before, the week before. Try it out, make it, see if it even aligns for yourself and even for your family. But if you don't have that time, you don't have that capacity, then just really setting yourself up, meaning you can, a lot of times you can prep things ahead of time and put them in storage, or if you need to freeze something to keep freshness. There's always a lot of great tips as far as like food storage and proper prepping ahead of time and how much food you can make ahead of time with it being safe, right, for service. But that would be my, like, I've always enjoyed doing recipes ahead of time. I don't really care what my family or anyone else thinks as far as like, why are you making this? Because I want to try it out, right? And that's the part of having the play in the kitchen. Have fun. There's no set time frame to have fun and just step into, like, you get to nourish people. And that is a true gift. And don't ever take anything less from that.
So are there some tips to help people understand what setting an intention is in the kitchen?
Yeah, the setting intention is really kind of simple. It's just creating a thought. You're creating the thought and it's how you want it to be executed. What is the end goal for that thought? How do you want to make your guests feel? Well, I want them to feel seen. Well, how can I do that? Well, when you set the table, you can write their name, right? Or you can make, if you know one of their favorite dishes, surprise them. Let it be on the table. And it doesn't have to be that traditional Thanksgiving dish. It could be something totally family, like the family just loves, but it's needs to make a presence, right? That's one, like, a couple options, to allow people to feel seen. And remember,